how can you travel and stay forever young feeling? How does traveling affect your health? Seems kind of bizarre sometimes, doesn't it? But the poison is in the dose, and when we're traveling, we have less control over the food that we put in our mouth and over our environment. So we need to take control of the things that we can and let go of the things that we can't control. I eat differently when I travel. I probably eat a lot more sugar. It's, I have fun. I try the local cuisine, but there are some things I absolutely do not compromise on. And there are some things that I do that are very easy that produce enormous results. So let's think about first thing in the morning and you want your cup of coffee because you didn't sleep in your own bed and there was somebody somewhere making some noise. So you're really tired, but you want to feel better and you just want your cup of coffee. Coffee is so poisonous if you buy commercial coffee. A coffee bean is like a sponge. It soaks up lots of toxins. Plus, they spray lots of toxins on the coffee crop. Then let's think about, you go to the local, name brand coffee shop and you get that big thing with, so many poisons, so much sugar, some milk that comes from unhealthy cows. And one of the reasons that is addictive is because of the chemicals in it, plus of course sugar. Sugar is highly addictive. So let's make some simple changes to that first morning thing, which actually will make it taste better. It will make you feel better. It will make you healthier for the rest of your life. Your health is your greatest investment. So let's think about how we can invest easily and get the most reward, okay? So first of all, now this is what I use at my home. Our family lovingly calls it our fourth. We have 3 children, plus two extras. So I guess technically this is our 6th child, because if we're driving, we do take it with us because we love our coffee. This we do not take on the airplane. So on an airplane, or if I'm taking a road trip and I just don't have any room, then I will use my own coffee beans, because that's the #1 most important change that I can make. Very simply, I grind my coffee beans, and I have some little containers, maybe a tea tin. You grind your coffee, put it in a tea tin, because you'd rather avoid plastic when possible, and that will go in your luggage really easily. So I grind my own coffee. Then, if I could tell you, so that's #1. #2, if I could tell you one more thing to do, this is the easiest thing. This is by Bodum, B-O-D-U-M, and it is an insulated French press coffee maker. So you put your coffee grounds in there. In most hotels, in fact, all hotels have a coffee pot in them. You do not want to use that tap water full of chlorine and fluoride, blocks your thyroid hormones. So you want to get some filtered water. If you're buying bottled water, Fuji is the very best one. And so you buy your own water, you run it through that coffee pot, and to get you some hot water. Or sometimes I will take my electric tea kettle with me, or most of the time when I travel, I would rather not be in a hotel. I would rather be someplace where I have access to a kitchen so that I can at least boil water on the stovetop. So your own coffee grounds, hot water, put this in here, let it steep 4 minutes or so, press it down, there you go. There's your coffee. How easy is that? Second thing you could do, this is a fabric. Technically, they sell them for tea, a reusable tea bag. And this would be a powerful tool. You could put your coffee grounds in here, get any insulated cup or a ceramic cup if you want to, and steep your coffee just as you would steep tea, probably about 4 minutes. Steeping it longer will not make it taste better, it will make it more bitter. Or you can purchase a coffee sock. Probably Amazon. I recommend you get unbleached if you're going to get a reusable tea bag or a coffee sock, because you don't want that chlorine bleach to leach into your coffee, because again, blocks your thyroid. The coffee sock is very simple. It has a metal ring. We just moved, and I have looked and looked, and I can't find my coffee sock anywhere. So I'm glad that we're having this conversation, because now I'll have to go look for mine. It's got a ring of metal. You put your coffee in it. It's kind of a cone shape. In fact, you could just get some of those paper coffee filters and use that. That would be super simple. Again, unbleached. So you put your coffee stock on the outside here, you steep it, you pull it out, you dump that coffee ground into the trash bag, rinse your coffee stock, and you're good to go. Very simple. If we want to take, and if you need simple, then you can stop the video right there, because those are the easiest things you can do to give you the biggest bang for your buck. If you want to take it one step farther and enhance the nutritional value of your coffee, add fat to it. This is just simple cacao. We could call it white chocolate, but there's no sweetener. It's just cocoa butter. And it comes in little discs, so you could just take a few of those with you. Very easy to travel with. You don't have to take the whole jar. You can get little pouches at any health food store or Thrive Market online. Ghee, get a pouch of coconut oil. Some of them have a combination of ghee and coconut oil. So you have one little pouch. You put that into your coffee. In fact, even if you don't bring your own coffee, if you are forced at gunpoint to drink commercial coffee, add fat to it. Here's another tool you would want, is your little Aero Latte. Just a frother. You can get these on Amazon. This one comes with a little case so that in my luggage it doesn't take up any space and it doesn't get bent. That's really important. This one is very small, very lightweight, very powerful. Be sure the batteries are charged up before you go. So again, I'm in order of ease and in order of priority. Real coffee, healthy fat. Those are our priorities. If you're on the airplane, after you get to your destination, and we've talked about this in other videos, the first place you want to go, of course, is the local health food store. Buy the little 4-ounce thing of cream and add real organic cream. Now in my kitchen, I'm picky about the brand. I love Kelowna. It only comes in that great big thing, but you know, progress is better than perfection. What I have done on the airplane is I have put a little bit of cream in my coffee cup, and I will take my little coffee sack with me. I'll stop at the coffee shop in the airport, fill up my container with hot water because their water is purified, and then I'll steep my own coffee grounds. And I've never had them stop me for just a little bit of cream in my cup. If I try to carry cream, they will stop you because the container is too big. That's too much liquid. You can freeze cream. Kelowna is the best brand to freeze. If you freeze Organic Valley, it doesn't make it creamy. It's going to add some healthy fat to your coffee. You can just try it. Try it at home and see what you think. A lot of my associates like it. They tell me I'm too picky. So maybe you would be happy with it. Next thing, if you want to take it one step farther, or if you're going on a longer trip, these things that I've been sharing with you are really easy for an overnight trip in a hotel. But if you're in a house that you rent, for example, I love my insulated French press. This actually is quite heavy, so you do have to be careful if you're filling your luggage and it's on the airplane. You have that weight limit. But this is fabulous. It's going to keep several cups of coffee hot for a while. And it's stainless steel. You don't want to put that glass one in your luggage because it could break, and you certainly don't want a plastic one, which takes me right back to the single serve French press. But this is one thing that I typically travel with in my luggage. And you can fill it with something. You don't want to leave that empty space. You could put maybe, I love flavors. So at this point, we're getting really advanced. If you really want to want to have luxurious coffee, and you're on vacation for a while, I will take my own vanilla and cinnamon and almond extract. You can buy on Amazon or at a health food store teeny little glass jars, more like a vial, like the size of your pinky or smaller, with droppers. So you could put enough of these of vanilla or almond for 1 or 2 nights if you're in a hotel and you really want a substitute, if that coffee chain is very tempting to you, or if your friends are going to the coffee chain and you want to invest in your health instead of sabotaging your health, you could do that easily. I love to take cinnamon with me. You can get a small jar if you want to take some honey with you, or you can purchase stevia in teeny little jars. Another thing that I do, and I'm probably kind of high maintenance. I want my coffee in the morning. In fact, I can do without my coffee, but I really want tea in the afternoon with cream. One of the teas that I love to travel with, and in our notes, in our show notes here, we will put a link for Purity Coffee. Oh, I forgot to bring that in with me. When you order a Purity Coffee, right now, it's not always available, but right now it is, you can add on to your auto ship a box of coffee, individual servings. So it's just like a tea bag, but it's Purity Coffee, already ground, already in a bag. Super simple. For tea, I like to use Peak tea when I travel. This one is green, but they make a wide variety of different teas because it's so super simple. Again, on the airplane, stop at the coffee shop, get a glass of just hot water, and put your own tea in that. And it doesn't take up any space. It's organic, it's very high quality, it tastes amazing. So hopefully those are some really helpful tips for you. I've had many clients ask me to do this video. How do I drink healthy coffee when I travel without you, Tammy? How do I take care of myself? So I hope this is really helpful. If you have questions, please put them in the comments below. I'd love to walk the journey of health with you and help you with any of your questions. Also share this video. Subscribe to our channels, like us, follow us, all of those social media things. Share with your friends because you want healthy friends when you're older. You don't want to be the only one who's healthy. You want friends healthy to walk the journey of health with you, to live life healthy with you. So I hope that you take this one step at a time. Remember, progress, not perfection. Perhaps every time you take a trip, you make one change. And then the next time you make 2 changes. And then the next trip you make a 3rd change. And before you know it, you also will be a traveling coffee expert.